Good morning, students. Today again we are going to start with the chapter Why Do We Fall Ill? Now, today's topic is Principle of Treatment of Communicable or Infectious Diseases. Talking about the principle of treatment of various communicable diseases, he is saying there are two ways to treat an infectious disease. One would be to reduce the effect of disease and other to kill the cause of disease. For the first, we can provide treatments that will reduce the symptoms. Now, the symptoms are usually because of inflammation. For example, we can take medicines that bring down fever, reduce pain, or lose motion. So, if we talk about what is inflammation, so these are the recruitment process of the active immune system, and inflammation result in some local effects such as swelling and pain and general effect such as fever. So, treatment refers to the process of curing a disease or infection to bring back the organism to his normal health so that cure is there and the person do the day-to-day work properly. Basic five principles for treating a disease are: number one, to reduce the symptom of the disease, and this is done by the medicine, surgery, injection to get relief. Next, to remove the cause of disease, removing the cause will result in avoiding the infection to spread further in the body of the patient. Third, to prevent the spread of disease from infected individual to the healthy one. Fourth, to make the patient healthy again by helping him to overcome the effects of disease like weakness. And fifth, to prevent the reappearance of the disease by vaccinating. So, if vaccination is done, then it is not possible that the disease will be caused again. Okay, so that is an important part. So we have talked about the two ways. Number one is to reduce the effect of disease, and number one to kill the cause of disease. Now, to kill the cause of disease, that is pathogens. So disease causing microbes are known as pathogens. The most common method to kill disease causing microbe is to use medicines that kill microbes. We have to choose a specific drug that is effective against a peculiar group of microbes. The disease causing microbes are classified into different groups such as viruses, bacteria, fungi, and protozoa. Each of these groups of microbes have some essential biochemical life processes which are peculiar to that group and not shared with other groups. These processes may be anabolic. So, anabolic is for the synthesis of new substances, or catabolic. Catabolic, like for respiration. So, our cells have different pathways that the one used by the microbe groups. Now, these pathways will not be used by us either. For example, our cells may make new substance by a mechanism different from that used by the bacteria. We have to find the drug that blocks the bacterial synthesis pathway without affecting our own. Now, this is what is achieved by the antibiotics that we are all familiar with. Similarly, there are the drugs that we use as a drugs that kill the protozoa, such as malarial parasite. There are now effectively antiviral drugs, for example, the drugs that keep HIV infection under control. This virus, it cannot be killed, but it can be kept under control. Self-care strategies. Personal health depend partially on the active, passive, and assisted cues people observe and adopt about their own health. These include personal action for preventing or minimizing the effects of a disease, usually a chronic condition, through integrative care. They also include personal hygiene practices to prevent the infection like an illness such as bathing and washing hands with soap, brushing and flossing teeth, storing, preparing and handling food safely, and many others. The information gleaned from personal observation of daily living, such as about sleep patterns, exercise behavior, nutritional intake, and environmental features. They may be used to inform personal decision and action.